Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today in my video, we are going over my 2021 everyday makeup routine. I've basically been doing this pretty much every day of 2021, hence the title of the video, hence the reason for this video. I thought I would share it with you all because I've learned a lot of good tips throughout this year, and I think I shared them with you a little bit in this video. Let me know if you enjoyed watching it, and let me know if you have any tips in the comments below. Okay, so for my foundation routine, I like to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 150. And I also like to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade 202 Creamy Natural. What I do is, this might get a little messy here, but what I do is I put a few pumps of the Fenty Beauty on the back of my hand. But I put this on the back of my hand to kind of warm up the foundation to make it easier to apply to my face. The two different colors, yeah, it's normal. That's how I try and get my best shade. Then I dab wet beauty blender on my hand. And I start off in sections on my face. I find it's the best way to apply your foundation. So we're gonna start over here. I've also learned to get the best foundation, you need to layer it. So you need to start off with a light layer, then go on with another layer, but you just want to layer it lightly. It's easier to build than it is to take off your makeup. You can already see the differences, and it's already looking a lot better. So this is where we go back and pick up some more foundation on the back of our hand. It'll be a lot warmer now, and then we'll go into the chin area. And like, I start off by patting it in a spot, but then I drag, well, I don't really drag, you don't want to drag anything on your face, but slowly start to move the product around so it can reach the other points of your face. See this is gonna be hard to cover up today, but we will do our best. This part of my face and like this part, this is where the layering is gonna come in handy. Okay, so this is what my face is looking like after the first layer. Kind of pale. I'm a little pale, so. Okay, so now in the next layer, I'm gonna do some more, just maybe another pump of the Fenty foundation and a little bit more of the L'Oreal. That's where more of the color comes in on my second layer. Right there. I'll just dab, dab, dab. And then this is where I go in with the layers and go in more of the areas that need more coverage. You have to drag it down your neck. Not drag, just bring it down. Now I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Only do a little bit in each area that I want to be concealed. So I'm gonna do a little under the eyes, just a little on the tip of my nose. Another useful tip that I've learned when doing makeup is you wanna leave your concealer on, depending on what kind of concealer it is. But I leave this concealer on in the spots that I applied it. I don't move it around for just maybe like 30 seconds or so. And I find that it gives you more coverage that way because it gives it more time to set. But it's been about 30 seconds or so, so now I'm gonna blend it out as best as I can. I just start with the areas I don't care about the most. Like under eyes, I touch there last. And then I just go right under my eye. Just lightly pressing, but like 1,000 times. And you can see that it's brighter under my eye. I also will bring it down a little on the side of my nose just to brighten it up a little bit. Perfect. And there we go. I'm all concealed. I'd say this next step is my favorite step, and it is putting liquid blush on. It's gonna be Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Happy. A lot of people go overboard with this sometimes, and a lot of people don't do enough in my opinion. Circle, circle. I apply it in a little bit of the center of my cheeks to make my cheeks look a little more full. I also bring it up here to lift my face. Once you bring the blush up higher, it definitely gives you an automatic facelift. I go in with my blush brush, and I just blend it up. And I bring it higher for the facelift effect. You can always go back in with more and blend to your heart's content. I just kind of rub it in. There you go. I don't know if you can tell, but this side definitely looks a little more lifted than this side does. So off camera, I'm going to do my other side and I'll be right back. Depending on the season, I like to change up my blush routine a little bit. But since it's winter time and it's a little bit colder out, I kind of like to bring whatever's left on my blush brush and just tap it a little along my nose to warm it up a little. And there we go. That's my blush. The next thing I like to do is I like to go in and set my concealer areas on my face. I will use this dry beauty blender. This one's from Juno & Co. And then with my setting powder, I'll be honest, I don't think it's even fully Maybelline Fit Me anymore. This is a mix of the Fenty powder, the Maybelline powder, the Makeup Revolution powder, the Beauty Bakery powder. It's all mixed in here. I just mix it up, And it works perfectly for me. With the powder, I press it under my eye. I don't drag it, I don't throw it on there, I just press it in. The rest, I go in with the tip of my nose, just like that. Depending on how much foundation I usually do, and cover up is depending on like where I'm putting all this powder. But I don't like to usually do it all over my face. I press it in my forehead. It kind of just falls out a little because it's a lot of powder. The last place I'll put it is I'll just lightly drag a line right there. Just lightly. And that's where the powder will go for a few seconds, and we'll be right back. Next, I'll just go in with definitely a denser brush, and I'll try and pat in the powder while dragging it out. Just moving the powder around to get in the other places that we didn't directly put the powder on. This is how it kind of doesn't look as cakey. So, just speed this process up. I leave this area for last. And now with the eye area, I'll bring it around my upper eye to my eyelid so that can be powdered down a little bit as well. And now here, this is where I just kind of rub it off and bring it down on my neck where we put some of the foundation. Okay, next is one of the better parts. We're going to be bronzing with the Kylie Bronzer in the shade Khaki. I literally just go crazy and rub my little Japanesque brush in the pan and just kind of go crazy, tap it off a little bit. And then I don't really have much of a technique at this at all. I just like to tan up my face. So I'll go in the 3. There's the differences. There's one side done. And then I'll bring it on the side of my nose a little. Next step in my routine is going in with the eyebrow products. I have the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. And then I'm using the Morphe M160 brush. Okay, so first things first, I don't like my eyebrows being too heavy. So I take some of the product on my brush and just wipe it on the lid. I just wipe it all across the lid like that, and that's where I grab the product from. We'll go in with this eyebrow. Clearly I'm still growing out my eyebrows, so don't judge. And I already have some on my brush, and we'll just... just like that. And now you see we're missing like a little blotch here. We're gonna fix that right now. It's just like coloring. You just color it in. I really have no technique with my brows. I hate doing them. I like going in with one of these kind of products, like with the hairs at the end here, instead of per se one of these products. I find that these little brushes pick up way too much of the product and it looks like you put something there and then removed like your foundation and everything with it. But now I'm gonna do my other brow real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, we're basically all done with our powder products. So now I'm gonna go in and do my Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. It's basically a setting mist, but I don't use it that way. And then I'll just spray all my powdered products in. Okay, now we wait for this to dry a little. I like to like fully wet my face with it, basically, as you could tell. I'm sitting in front of my fan. Okay, now we're gonna go in with one of my new favorite products from Freck Beauty, and we're gonna create fake freckles. Once again, no technique, I'm just placing them sporadically on my face. I just put a little bit to start, and then I take one of my fingers. And there you have it, just like that. Now that my cheeks are done, I like to do my nose a little and then bring it up kind of on top of my forehead. Now I like to go in with my Tartelette palette, go in with the shade Force of Nature, rub my little blending brush in there, and I'm just gonna take the shade right in the crease, and that's pretty much it. And then lately what I'll be doing is I go in with the same color again, and I just go right under my eye. It has no purpose really, but I like the way it looks. And that's the eyeshadow. we're almost done. Now we are so close yet so far, but we're gonna go in and do some eyeliner with the About Face Beauty eye paint in the shade Cloned. What I like to do with this is I take the rose some on the back of my hand. Just gives me a little bit to work with. And doing my eyeliner today, I'll be using the Morphe M250 brush, dipping my little palette on my hand here, and I just go in. Here we go. Not perfect, but eyeliner is really hard to do and it's not something I've mastered. I'm gonna do the other eye real quick. Next step is highlighting my inner corners, my brow bone, my nose, basically everything. But first we're gonna go in with the Tarte Chrome Paint in the shade Tapia. Well, this is what it looks like. I use a Morphe brush. The number is unspecified, but it's this. And a little goes a long way with this product, so I don't even bother taking off the cap. I can just rub some on the outside here. Bam, just like that. And then go right in my inner corners with it, like this. And bam, automatically makes a difference. But I do like putting more than that. But that was just to show you a little goes a long way. It's really awesome. Now we go under my brow bone, where like the highlight would be. Okay, we'll go in with this Wet n Wild highlighting brush in the number P75. We'll go in with Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive Highlighter. Swirl the brush in there, and then bam, create magic on my face just like this. Bam! I don't know what mood change happened in that 20 minutes that I was not filming, but bam! Look at that, guys. Look at it. This is the best highlighter, I swear. Look at the tip of the nose. And then we'll go Cupid's lip, just like that. I mean, Cupid's bow. Woo, woo, woo. Next, to start off the lips, I will go in with the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Rose. Bam. And then we'll go in with an eyelash curler. Mine's broken. I don't know. L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. There's my upper lashes. This eyelash curler is different than most eyelash curlers. This one has like a little comb basically. And I find that it's easier to grab your eyelashes. And then to finish up the look, of course we have to do our lips. I will be going in with About Face Beauty Lip Pencil in After Party. Once again, I don't have technique. Bam! We'll finish it off by going in with About Face Beauty Lip Paint in the shade Last Good Night. Here we go. I don't even put it on my whole lip. I just put a dabble of it. So now the lips are still nice and juicy because of my Maracuja Juicy Lip. And that's my go-to everyday 2021 makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed. Do we have any similarities in our everyday makeup routine? Let me know in the comments below. What would you like to see next? Let me know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next vid. Bye!